Hi! Oh, look who jumped in! Look who made it! The Prince
Hey!
Valiant of toys himself.
I just
Ooh.
got up, so
Did you really?
yeah. Danny had her show last night, so
How'd it go?
Oh, yeah.
Lay
I
it
think
on
it
us.
went well. I mean, she seemed content with how things played out. So yeah, we didn't get home till like 2. But,
Why didn't you just go, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm tired. I will not be there."
I mean, I got to start the day at some point.
This is me, baby. Me saying I'm gonna be asleep. Also, these Animal Kingdom heads came in.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty
Oh,
good.
look at that!
They look pretty good. My Point Dread came in while I was gone yesterday. It's still in a box. Yeah. All right. How is everyone this morning?
Not bad.
Yes,
I'm
definitely
coming
big
to
shout out
life.
to the Chord and the Fawn.
Well,
Texarkana is one of my top 10 favorite songs.
this is what's one of your top 10?
Texarkana.
Ah,
That
this
song
is
is so pretty, but yeah, there's such an underlying creepy menace in it that
that is the goal. Yes. No, and I think you would probably enjoy this this new stuff. I don't have anything with vocals here, but let me see if I can do. Oh yeah, I've got them on here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. But come on, computer.
come on, baby. Oh,
Makes me want to get on a light cycle and throw some fucking discs around,
a
man.
little bit.
That's sweet. That's really good.
It reminds me of some of the stuff you're doing, man.
No, it doesn't. This shit's what I'm doing is playing with toys. That's like music.
Anyway, yeah, she's got vocals that go with that. And
It's
That's
fantastic.
fucking great. Yeah, no, I love it. I'm always like that. As I've gotten older, that kind of synth wavy shit has gotten way more to be my jam. Although I will say some of the beginning of that had a little bit of the yeah yeahs going on,
eh,
which I also enjoy quite a bit.
They're great.
So yeah, that's
Max is a banger.
oh man. Beans. Drop
beans.
the Skeletor sword.
Oh,
For those toy peeps out there, Benjamin Mallet, Mega Custom X, started his Patreon yesterday. And I jumped right on there because I think he makes, or they, I should just say they, make some of the best custom parts out there. And I jumped on there, and I suggest others do too. It's pretty reasonable. They already got their Discord going as well, and it's pretty neat. So I was running around the interwebs, as I'm wont to do. That's fair, Mitch. That's fair. And I found that someone had made a hack of Zfarer. Is anyone familiar with that? Or Sunless Sea, basically.
no.
It's a video game,
Okay.
and it takes place in like a drowned London that has fallen into the earth, and most of the world is now drowned. And you play like, it's real weird. It's just like Lovecraftian, but also just like fun and strange, and definitely like a very punishing game. That's almost all like text stuff. There's like beautiful art with it, but so one of the things that someone turned this into a tabletop RPG. So one of the things I love is they have this thing in here is you have 4 questions you ask yourself. One is I will never, one is I love, one is I will always, and one is I hate. And they're kind of able to help you better define who your character is. Like I will never, and then you pick one like leave a job unfinished, hide from danger, allow my family name to be ruined, fall in love again, ask for help. I'm not strong enough on my own. I love crew member, I love lamp, captain, the thrill of battle, experiencing art and culture, creature comforts and private laseries. I will always. So I think like using these 4 questions is something to be interested in jumping into games going forward. What are your thoughts?
It's cool.
Pretty cool to me, man.
Looks really good, man. I will never microwave a fish. Oh, yeah. Gross.
I would never. Why would you microwave a fish to begin with?
That's
That's a food crime.
Yeah, that's no good. You don't want to be doing that. I'm not saying there's never any reason to do it, but there's not. Communal setting, there you go. That's the important differentiator.
I guess too, like these aren't. I would say these aren't questions that would necessarily have to be answered like right off. By end of session 2. But I think this would.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was.
Oh, I was like, if you gave this, if this is not something that like, if you wanted to put this like diegetically into the game or whatever, like you could make a really cool, like, I don't know, some kind of like Oracle character or something like that the players interact with, and like maybe in answering some challenge they have to do that, and I don't know, or me, I don't know that, but I like that. That gives so much more, just a little more flavor to the characters, and especially for the players knowing their character a little better, maybe, and then the rest of the group and stuff. I like this. This is a good dynamic.
Yeah.
I think it is a good like fleshing out tool to figure out who you are in a game.
Yeah.
Where like you're like, yeah, we just started playing. So like, who am I? Like, well, what do I stand for?
Because these are like really 4 strong, like kind of like emotional cores, like to really dig into more of a character than just kind of like the broad strokes that we all have when we're playing of like, well, I'm this archetype, or I'm this or I'm that. It's like, well, what will I never do? What do? Yeah, this is pretty rad.
I was watching someone who was talking about what to steal for your games out of other games. And one of the things they suggested was stealing, although they said you have to alter it greatly, is something from the game Paranoia. And during character creation in Paranoia, you say you have to choose like 3 adjectives that describe your person. And after you do that, it goes to the left, and that person gets to choose one of those adjectives and completely twist it.
Oh.
So you might say, I'm courageous, I'm intelligent, and I'm driven. And then it goes to the left, and that person says, you're not courageous, you're a coward. So then you have to go, okay, how do I outwardly project that I'm courageous, but I am secretly a coward?
Oh.
But one of the things during Paranoia is there's all of this shit that happens during character creation that's meant to make everyone have animosity towards one another, because it is definitely a co-op competitive TTRPG. You all can't have the great love of the robot father. Some of the people at this table are mutant commie mutants. In fact, the reality is all of you are mutant commie mutants. So that's why I love Paranoia. It's such a weird, like, dynamic game. But you have to have the right person to run it, and you definitely have the right people to play it. Okay. I like that idea, though, because I think Beyond the Wall steals from that a little bit, where it's like you name like one thing you know, one thing you think, and then one thing you have heard, but it's probably not true.
Oh,
And that when you go around the table, other people can go into that and say no, or take one of the things you've put in there and say that's just patently not true. In fact, let's pull up that Beyond the Wall. And Beyond the Wall, for those that aren't aware of it, I highly recommend. I played on actually Beard and I both played for a while in a live play podcast, Beyond the Wall, where Beard played one of the most annoying characters I've ever been around. He played a talking frog person because we were playing like in an Alice in Wonderland type setting. Who was always hitting on everybody. Hey, talk like this. Hey. I played a member of Three Sisters with Cassandra and with Christy. And my sister was very petulant, who liked to smash stuff, and Beard would not stop laying the Mac down. And I was just like, I will smash you if you do not stop. But at one point, I had to wear porcelain armor because porcelain was something that puddings can't eat through. And we were fighting a giant pudding. Which was just
Sure.
weird.
Sure.
Oh, like a black pudding, like a D&D pudding.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. So Beyond the Wall, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Yeah.
Beyond the Wall is like 5th edition and 2nd edition smooshed really, really
ooh.
together. It's very fun. I highly recommend it, but it's not something I would want to run right now. I want to find a creation business. I look at the art. Cassandra in another Beyond the Wall game played a talking bear. That's something you can play. She played like an awakened bear who lived like on the edge of town, and like at first the townspeople were like, "No, thank you," and then eventually we're like, oh, "This bear's pretty cool." And all she ever wanted was hats. Like her personal currency was hats. And she was like, "Well, I will do that for you for a hat." And her cave like was full of hats. I also played in that game. I played someone who wanted to be a member of the town guard. And because generally in that game you start as youth, you're like young people. My brother had died of the plague, and his ghost like was behind me all the time.
Wow.
So, like I couldn't see it, but everybody else could. I don't think it was like a big thing with picnic baskets at that time, but I mean, I'm sure she would have been for them. Christy was a witch, like a witch girl, and she had a flying fox familiar. Say that.
Oh,
who was German, which was also he had a super strong German accent. It was pretty great.
that's cool.
You can go find those out there on the internets if anyone cares. I'm trying to find this thing. Sorry, bear with me. I'm ill prepared and not very good at things today.
Say okay.
Oh, how to play? I don't want that. I want to find the creation stuff. Like this is really.
I was just gonna say I'm digging seeing this art flash by. It's really cool.
I have these. Like I actually bought the books of these because I just have never had a chance to run it. And the other cool thing about this system is there are like the spells are between spells and rituals, but rituals are far different. Like every hour you pour into a ritual makes it that much more powerful. So like fireball is a ritual. So if you want to cast an actual fireball, it's going to take you hours of preparation. So you have to like sit on the hill and just prepare to cast and hope no one finds you up there. It's kind of interesting that way. Oh, let's go a little faster here. Through the magic stuff. But in some ways, this has some of the same feel I want to give to Take Me Alve Rose. Is like, kind of like I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday, and he was asking me about like explaining things, and I was like, kind of elevator pitch type stuff, and I was like, oh, I kind of want it to be like almost pseudo American folklore, or Appalachian folklore esque. So like here's a playbook. You when you make characters, you do this like through playbooks, which is kind of Apocalypse World style. So you ask yourself, or you roll these, and this gives you like your bonuses, rather than you choosing your bonuses.
Yeah.
Like, what did your parents do in the village, and what did you learn? You're like, oh, roll a d12, or you can choose. And if you're like, father was a watchman, stern but fair, and with child and stranger alike, these are the bonuses you get, and the skill bonuses. So it kind of takes some of the like rolling out of it. How did you distinguish yourself as a child? Who were your best friends in the village? So these like it goes through, and like these help like fill things out. And fortune points just let you reroll, which is kind of cool. I'm just trying to find the stupid land building thing. So like there's a bunch of playbooks. Hooked on bad feelings.
Da, 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 da.
I'm real tired and deceiving.
Boom, boom, boom.
But I want to go back to bed. I know. I did watch Bloody
I watched that yesterday.
It's great. It's so fucking insane.
I made the mistake of I gotta watch it again because I made the mistake of watching it while I was making lunch for the kids. So like, full subtitled movie. So when you're not like paying attention, you're missing. I'm like, wait, what now? Why is this going on? But even in that context, it was a wild ride.
I feel this could lead some Johnny. It does. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. It is very, and that's actually Mitch has a great point. So when you're making your characters, you make the village of, and then you take this, and I don't know if I can change the view to flip it. I can't. So like this is the middle of town as you're in, and then the players populate it out.
Oh no shit, that's really cool.
And important people, and they all get to choose important people. Oh, this doesn't have everything else in it, so but it's kind of an interesting way to do things.
I like this.
I said, stealing from it is it's got a really robust tool as well for like building out things. And you can find online, if anyone's interested, you can find where people have went in and they have taken old adventures, like the one we played for a while was Against the Cult of the Reptile God. Is that what it is? Against the World? Is it Against the Cult of the Reptile God? I can't remember. That's the name of it. Yeah, Against the Cult of the Reptile God, which I'd played before, way back in the day, which is a fun adventure. And they had built it. They literally just took the high points and built it out for Beyond the Wall. So Zach, who was running, literally just had a flow chart to go off of. He had to do like no additional prep because it was like doing a very streamlined version of that old adventure, which was very fun because then when he figured out like, oh, you have played this like multiple times, and I was like, I've also run this adventure. So then he like completely flipped it on its head, and I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. Now I don't completely know what's coming next, which is one of my favorite like old school adventures. Okay, anyway, I'm not sure what I want to work on today. Just went like 20 minutes to go 2 feet.
It's good.
So I'm thinking like I do feel like these are good things to be potentially implemented. Like this would even work in something like the Possibles. You know, and
I think
even
this you can
even
put
in a
this in
theory
anything.
game. Yeah. I think it's a really good tool for like creation.
Especially like if you're like a like not to make this sound like a negative, but like not every player has like all that like like
Whoa.
the
I
I
don't know
don't
what that
know, the
was.
imagination to fill in all the blanks like this. So like this, like for someone who's like, I'm feeling maybe a little lost or something, like I kind of like, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, it totally works. Like you can build so much with like just those simple 4 questions. I feel like so much.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of like who are you? What do you stand for?
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. I think that the only thing it could do is just give the player and I think the rest of the group, if they're privy to what these are, like so much more of a connection to that character or that group. Like it, yeah, I think it's so cool. I would welcome that into almost any kind of game I'd expect. Oh, my camera.
Oh no!
This cheap thing keeps
Did you
falling.
know? Did people in this call know that there is a name of a town in Minnesota called Pease?
Peas?
Pease.
No, peas. Yeah.
Yeah. So every time we went through it, I went money peas.
Money, please.
Money peas. Sandra was like, at first, was like that was dumb, but then later she was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty funny. I'm gonna pull these up. Maybe they've got it on these sheets. That's not what I wanted. So like here's another version of like here it is. Okay. Pick a direction and a distance, near, medium, far. You go around the table twice. I might actually just steal this directly for roll a d8 and choose heard, seen, or learned. And then describe it. And then the GM rolls to check your accuracy. So you might say, like, I heard this. So against your charisma, the GM would roll and say, and that way they'd know. So the GM determines whether or not this is actually true.
Okay.
And embellishments, once each player add a detail to someone else's location. Colin's on crowd control.
Oh, can you? I was there. Like I was just like, okay, guys, let's not be too
they're
loud.
Fine, man. They're good.
Oh, I can hear Maeve though. She's always testing me. She's my troublemaker. she's too cool for school.
I also like these combat stances.
Oh, what does this do?
So this is something you can take in. Oh, whoa! I messed that up real bad, huh? In the game, you can be like, okay, I'm going to take a combat stance. So normally you're in normal stance, but you can be like, I want to be in an aggressive stance, which you do +2 to hit, but you're at -4 AC.
You're hanging out in a buffalo stance.
Yeah. The defensive stance does the opposite of that, and then the protective stance +2 to AC may not attack, may take a hit for an ally.
That's really cool.
And the commanding stance, you take +6 to AC, may not attack. Successful charisma gives check to all companions, +2 to hit.
Hold on, Mitch is cooking up something good in the chat here.
What my stance on combat is.
Sorry.
Oh, Mitch. So I'm thinking this might be a cool thing to drop into Take Me Home Old Fay Road. It would need some adjustment. But I think it has some leg to it.
Oh, totally. Yeah. That's a wonderful little bit of extraness.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is. It's just
because no one needs to do this at all. But like, that's just a fun option to have. Be like, you know what, I'm I'm the bulwark of the group. I'm going to take on the defensive stance here and let all this, or the protective, or what, I like that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like if anyone played 4th edition and played something like a oh god, now your brain won't tell me at all. There was a particular character build in 4th edition where you basically just helped out other players.
Oh,
You would give up your active turn stuff to bolster other
yeah.
And I'm so sorry that my brain is so bad today. Sorry.
Mitch has a gem out there.
Well,
Oh,
Mitch is a gem.
He is. The whole chat's awesome all the time. I enjoy spending time with you guys. You're great.
Full magic this one. Oh, Pixie Lung sounds awful. It really does, Mitch. That sounds absolutely horrific.
I'm trying to make a Pixies joke in my head, but nothing's coming together.
I mean, where is your mind?
Oh, God damn it. Very nice. It's on a wave of mutilation.
Ah, yeah.
You cough and just random shit in your house disappears or whatever.
Oh, that would be a fun fucking thing to use. Like,
It starts floating. I don't know.
Sneeze and you're like in another dimension. Like you're in the Feywild all of a sudden. Wait, what the...
So -2. And I can't remember in Cairn what because it's a little different. It's armor. So it'd be -2 armor. That's not what I want. I mean, you could become OC, but I think we're all just a jean jacket away and a backpack from becoming OC. Although I did love his promo he cut where he was like, "My name is Orange Cassidy, and I do not have a catchphrase." I was like, "That's pretty beautiful." -4 to hit, plus minus. Brain, just fucking stop. Probably doesn't help that I have like 18 windows open. But.
2 hit.
Minus.
That is a great looking walking club.
Armor.
All right, Shaggy.
We do okay. Okay. There's some handsy boys in there.
Beautiful boys. Got some beautiful boys.
Those beautiful boys.
Look at all them beautiful boys.
I hate when I like read something and my brain is so bad that the minute I read it, it's gone. Protective.
Yeah, especially when it's like something so small and you're like, wait, what's that? What is that again? What?
So you're talking about the subtitles. I had to ask for my glasses. I could not read it. I was like, this is bullshit.
You're cheaters?
No, I'm supposed to wear glasses.
Oh, no way. You're a glasses boy?
I am. When I had all that eye trauma, it fucked up my vision really bad. And I already kind of wore glasses before that, but my eyesight's not the best. But it's gotten just progressively worse.
Yeah.
So I have to get tested every couple years for detached retina because it did so much damage to my eyeball that they're worried it's just eventually going to just detach. +2 AC may not attack.
That sucks, dude.
Misspent youth. Okay, so this is +2 armor. May not attack, but may, and I just read it and it's already gone. May take hit for ally.
Take a hit for thank you for being a friend.
Hit for ally. This commanding was like +6.
Yeah, +6, and you couldn't attack,
+6 to armor.
but you may make a +2 to all sort of charisma checks or something like that. I think.
Attack. Was like helped, like you could command based on that. Oh, where are you?
Charisma checks.
Just
To,
look
oh,
charisma
gives
checks.
all companions up. Oh, okay.
Warlord.
Successful.
That was the 4th edition class. Warlord.
Gives all companions a +2 to hit.
So
There's some good things in 4E that
4E is great.
it gets maligned quite a bit, but I enjoyed it. That was my.
It's a goblin. It's just a goblin cover band. They just cover goblin songs.
Mitch, loving it.
Uh,
Oh shit! Wasn't there that? Isn't there? Did that happen? Does anyone know? There's supposed to be some big like. I don't think it's Goblin actually, but there's some orchestras doing like the music of Goblin in the cities like this fall.
No, I thought Goblin was coming through.
Or was it Goblin actually?
I think Goblin was actually going to be here, or
is
Bummer, man. I hope they're still coming because if I miss them, that would suck.
gives all your allies a
October 16th.
1
16th,
round
perfect.
At the Fitz, yeah.
to hit. Okay.
Get them tickets.
Heck yeah, man. I need to do that. I needs to. Boom. Bam. Bang.
Bip.
Pow. Oh.
Ah. Meow.
Get that.
Of those who travel and treat with pixies must be wary as they might very well contract pixie lung.
Ooh.
So yes, Mitch, your pixie lung makes it in.
Pixie.
I did very much enjoy it. Yeah, so I need to would it be North American logical creatures?
Mothman?
Now I'm looking more for like
Hodags.
Yeah, Hodag type stuff. Or like folklore or indigenous peoples. I've used one of them in a other group, and I think it's called an Akalot, which is like kind of got, it's like seal / orca, and the players were like, "Fuck this, we leave. We're not fucking around with this thing."
Squonk.
Okay, let's get Squonky, baby. I was hoping it would be on here, but I think I might have a book. American and Latin American monsters. Indigenous. I think I just misspelled the shit out of that.
Oh, here it is.
Ooh.
Latin American. Look at all the stuff I have that I'm never gonna use because I won't have the time. or patience. There's a great game there where somebody would run. Meddling Kids.
Mm.
Oh,
I still want Matt to run Savage World 6-gun.
I gotta get my shit together, but yes.
into the borderlands.
I have the hardback of this book, and it's like that fucking big. It's
Yeah, I got it right up there on my shelf.
it's
Borderlands.
it's Goodman Games. I have a couple of them that they did that are just amazing.
They're great. Yeah, I've got
Also,
those hardcovers.
cannot recommend Escape from Skullcano Island enough either, which is Planet X Games, I think. Here, I'll pull it up here in a second.
Whoa!
It's like, hey, do you want some fucked up kaiju action in your D&D? Well, you've come to the right place. I used a little bit of this in Down Mountains, and it's Planet X Games makes some wild, like filmed in Kaiju Vision. They make some wild, like 70s throwback shit that's pretty great. Oh, what a Matt put something in the chat. A giant jackalope, yeah, jackalope would be good. But yeah, so anyway, it's like this is a great book. Why am I what I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. Now we're just looking at books that I have in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Kids on bikes. 1 in a million kids on bikes. Hey, Colin, when do you want to start doing stuff on Tuesday nights?
As soon as you want to. The kids are back in school next week, and like
Kids are
the
back
only
in
thing
school. The kids
we've got
are back.
set up for like after school stuff is Maeve has like dance class on Wednesdays. So like Wednesdays are kind of iffy for me, but Tuesdays for sure work anytime.
Yeah, I would just want to do it on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Oh my god, this is
no, anytime you want to start up, man. I'm ready and willing.
look at this, Matt.
What's this? What?
That's right.
Oh Lord. It's like that's
It's the FASA rip.
and then I saw that it was Marvel, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's just. I mean, do they still have the rights to Fu Manchu at that point?
I think this technically might be Yellow Claw.
Ah, okay.
Slightly different Asian menace.
Yeah.
Also, I very much loved this one.
Let's see it.
I'm trying to
Make it big.
make it big for me.
Make it big for me. Let me marvel at it.
I mean, I guess we're gonna let it all hang out.
Ooh!
I don't know why they made Tatterdemalion look like a zombie, but
I don't know either. It's got Brothers Grimm and World by Night on it.
I was gonna say, is that World by Night? Because that's fantastic.
The Night Shift.
Night Shift.
I love the Night Shift.
Oh, they're great.
Weapons Locker has Silver Centurion. Here's a question.
Okay.
What's your favorite Iron Man armor?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
I know it is. But I just had this thought the other day. I was like, I wonder what everyone's favorite Iron Man armor is. I don't remember what I was looking up, but obviously I wasn't finding it.
It doesn't. It hasn't. Because like Iron Man's like scheme has never. I don't know. They've never really popped for me. But the thing I've always loved War Machine.
Okay.
It's just a color swap, basically.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a
Well,
Guardsman armor's great.
um,
I wonder if that was in a Cobalt Press book.
Yeah, geez.
I can tell you what I don't like is the
Heroes Reborn.
was that the one where it was like the super?
I don't know.
I think because what I'm thinking, I think
The Heroes
Ultimate
Reborn
Iron
one
Man
is
where
the
he had the
Jim
really
Lee.
boxy face.
You might be thinking of the Ultimate Armor.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yes,
Yeah,
that was
the
where it was like really polygonal.
Yeah. I don't mind that one, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, no, there's just something about that, like just the face design that, like, I don't know, it was just something icky about it for me.
I guess I would say maybe the yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Heroes Return armor.
Yeah.
Heroes Return. I don't think I remember that one.
And I don't mind the Heroes Reborn armor as a design. I don't know how great it is for Iron Man, but
I don't mind Heroes Reborn. It's the Jim Lee Iron Man armor. It's okay. Hey. Hey, you get off of my cloud, man. Hey. Hey. There's another book in that series. I think it starts with an F.
yeah.
MCU's got. I enjoy a lot of the MCU armor, especially that suitcase. That's like the red and silver, if I remember.
That's the Silver Centurion armor.
No, it's the movie one where it's the skeleton armor. But yeah, this is the Hero's Return.
I like that.
Matt, make yourself the large and in charge, man.
I can't. I don't have the power to do that.
You should. That's not.
I have the power.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that head a lot.
I do.
Because that's an old school Iron Man head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's based on the Ditko armor.
Yeah,
it's kind of modernized. Yeah, this is Sean Chen and Kurt.
Old school Iron Man armor is really whimsical for me. So
that was during Kurt Busiek's run, right?
Yep. Yeah. And it eventually
can't remember my mom's birthday, but I can remember that that's a Kurt Busiek Iron Man. God, I hate my life. I am a terrible, terrible son.
It's your brain prioritizes the way it prioritizes for whatever reason.
My brain doesn't prioritize anything. It's a fucking shit show. All right, let's
this is the armor Mitch is talking about, which I don't mind.
I like that.
Right.
I like that. I like that a lot. That kind of like the segmented chest. I really like that, where you see the seams and the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this is similar to what I was talking about, but it's not the exact same monster. It's like, oh, I look like a fish, but also like I also look like a dangerous fucking otter.
Don't go back to sharing your screen. You don't want to see me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Talking shit about me looking like a dangerous otter.
You are a dangerous otter.
Oh, ooh! Is this from Kobold?
Yeah,
it is.
It's a Wolverine and a giant fish mushed together.
There's also another awesome one they have that's like a wolf and a shark put together, and it hunts in like cold water.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, dude.
I want to start writing some of these down.
That's do I have Toma Beasts? So yeah, it's up there with Creature Codex.
Creature Codex was the other book I was looking for.
I think they put out a second one, or maybe they did Toma Beast
3. They did.
I'm not sure.
Creature Codex.
Although Kobold Press I can't sing their praises higher. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they know how to make a book.
Oh yeah, they do. Hold on.
So
there
I am
might be some
going.
kids fighting in the background. I'm going to check this out real quick. Sorry.
All right.
We gotta take it to the streets. So let's make ourselves a monster list here. Oh no! Why? Why do this to me, computer? Monster list without Joe Bobrick. Sorry if I'm not keeping up on chat. I am. Hey, I liked the Secret Saturdays. Secret Saturdays was good.
I mean, it got a push. I remember the toys and stuff.
I think I have almost all that on DVD. Also showing what kind of stupid person I am, that I still have media on DVD.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And Tome of Beast to page 8. So we're going to go through and you guys are going to tell me what monsters you think are neat.
Oh.
I'm going to put them on our list to use. Keep in mind that what we're trying to get accomplished with these particular monsters. All right. Like this Ahu Nixta doesn't fit what we're looking for.
Okay.
Sorry, you don't make the cut. Goodbye. Like this is cool. This is super cool. I would totally use this, but just not and take me home Old Fair Road. Like I love this. Like appearance wise, I'm all about it.
Sure.
No, and see this one doesn't either. It's just doesn't speak to Akalut. This is what I'm talking about. I use this. Yeah, and my players were scared as fuck of this thing. I used a different art though where it was furry. And they were like, I don't like this at all. I was like, yeah, it doesn't like you either.
Yeah, I use this in a game. I love this guy. I love this guy.
I agree.
Sorry, I got super excited when I came
No,
down.
I love this. I love this beastie. It's a beautiful.
There's also another dude who's like, I think he's like a shark deity. He's somewhere in one of the Tome of Beasts, and he's rad as hell too. He's like got this green skunk.
Alchemical skunk. No. So what we're doing is we're going through Colin and looking for monsters that we would want to use.
Oh,
Old Pharaoh.
Okay.
So Alpha Fish, no.
I think this might be my guy.
The student.
I mean,
is this my shark dude?
Ami Kook.
I don't know
like
if
a
exactly. They have so many rad little water monsters in here, though.
No, don't care about the angels. I mean, they look cool. I mean, this guy looks like he could fuck up Satan, but
I think they do have biblical angels, which you know the things with all the eyes and everything.
Yeah, the creepy ass. Like,
love.
Look at the Toe King. Toe King's like, what up, dude? Toe King's in. He's in.
I use him.
Faye.
He asks questions. I think he's got a thing where you can ask him for favors and stuff that might be part of his little Toad King lore. He's wonderful.
He's really a cute boy. Look at that smile.
And then there was also these dudes that in my little game I had, he was the people who led the players to the Toad King were these little garlic people, and they all lived in this marsh around each other.
Yeah, Toad King's Quest.
Yeah, Toad King Quest, man.
Animated bearskin rug for sure. Because just the animated rug. Animated bearskin rug.
Bishop fish. Ooh.
There might be a bishop fish.
A Katata fish.
Anawahi. Look at this guy. So it's basically an ogre or a giant who shape changes into a giant skunk.
Well, wait, no, or is it?
Or a giant skunk that shape changes into
a shapeshift into an ogre or a giant. So it's a mythical skunk thing that can make itself look like an ogre or a giant, but does a shitty job of it.
I wish we got phonetical names here?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm butchering the pronunciation.
I like that. I like that they can change into an ogre or a giant, but they suck at it.
Giants also made the cut for monsters we want to use because they're not a monster I use very often. I mean, if you get trapped inside that thing, it's going to show you a very short world. The original origin for Wolverine. Hey, what are our feelings on Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine?
Wait, what?
Apparently,
Yeah,
that's a
I
rumor.
didn't know that was being discussed, but whatever.
There's a picture of him like looking completely unhinged and is completely ripped. That people are like, "This is it. This is our boy."
I'm pretty checked out of the MCU anyway, so sure, whatever.
Whatever they want to do. I don't. You know what? It could work. It could work.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He is. I like him. You know what I'd like? I would like a short Wolverine. Can we get away from the 6 foot tall actors and give it to an actual
Isn't
short
Radcliffe a short boy?
I-
All right, Action Custodian makes the cut.
well, apparently he's only 5'5".
Give it to him.
So yeah, he would fit the bill.
Also, think it would.
I don't know, not to interrupt, but I remember back in the day there was Wizard magazine used to always do like, what is our dream casting for
casting,
and they did an X-Men and they had Danny DeVito slotted in for Wolverine. And as older as I get, the more open I am to Danny
Frank
DeVito.
Reynolds as Wolverine.
No,
he's got his toe knife already. So just give him 5 more of them. He's good.
Look at this little guy.
Astries are awesome too. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with them. They're greedy. No, they're not greedy. They're enemies.
Bringers of Hope. They're like cool little like I had them pop up every now and then.
Good for Dino, I think. Not good for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Ross actually did art of Danny DeVito as Wolverine as a joke.
Shut the front door.
It's in the private jet.
Yeah, the Heath Ledger Joker, Shaggy, for sure, dude. Like, I remember so much. Everyone was freaking the fuck out about that, and then dude came along and just nailed it.
Yeah.
But also, like, I love that. Like, a lot of people have found, like, back in the day, everyone was freaking out about Michael Keaton being Batman because Michael Keaton was he was a comedian and a funny actor, and no one was what?
Everybody
Michael Keaton. And then everyone saw that first photo of him in the suit, and boom, people.
Everybody was pissed about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I was kind of on board because by then I had seen like a lot of his after Twilight stuff. And I was like, oh, he can act. It's just his movies are not very good. Super Spike. Yeah, man. It's just, there's always going to be, I don't know. As long as, but then there's things that sound like they could be a home run and then they totally aren't. Like Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. Okay. Yeah, that sounds all right.
I don't put that on him.
No. And that's not. No, that was that director. I think he was just getting a little too out there and not focusing on the story when he was like, well, let's make all the costume CG. Why not? It's like, why you don't need to do that. Why don't you focus more on like the story elements here? Ryan should have been. Oh yeah, dude. Or he could have even. I don't know. I always see Guy Gardner as. I mean, he's got the Guy Gardner. I feel like that kind of he could tap into that like kind of, I don't know. I love Guy Gardner, so I don't want to like shit on him, but he is kind of a dunderhead.
Oh, he's a complete dunderhead. He's an obnoxious.
He is, but like
guy who the whole thing is you have to dig through that to get to the fact that there's actually a person underneath the bravado and shitheadness. Oh, this is an interesting one. Oh, maybe.
Not a fan of the Nolan films. Yeah, they can be a little long. I can see that.
I think Nolan too often wants to remind everybody he's an auteur.
Yeah,
much like those people who do that, it's like, are you doing this for us or are you doing this for you? Because it feels like you're doing it for you.
I don't mind that too much these days because there's not enough of that anymore. Where we need a resurgence of the '90s directors who were so drunk on their own farts that they couldn't help themselves. Like I loved that about the '90s, but that's all gone now, and we could use a little bit of it back. So I give Nolan a pass, although Tenet was insufferable in some moments where it was just like, okay, we get it, yeah, all right, you're clever, we get it. Can do things backwards. Buddy film with Jon Stewart. That would be cool. Jon Stewart is like the Green Lantern that always seems to be just on the cusp of like getting his own live action thing, and then it's just all the time. And I'd love to see him because I feel like he, especially for kids who grew up with Justice League, that he is their Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Who would you cast in those 7 roles if you were casting the Justice League cartoon versions? Who would you cast in those roles?
I don't even know enough about the current crop of actors to start with something like that.
I don't think they would need to be young actors.
Oh no. I don't know. That fan casting stuff doesn't generally. I'm just content to let them kind of be like, yeah, here's who it is. I mean, once they announce stuff, it's like, okay, I can see that.
Well, who would you want? I guess is what I'm asking.
I'm just not following enough stuff to say like, oh yeah, here's who I would totally like put in that.
Well, I'm more or less asking who would you as a viewer want to see in those roles.
There's some people
who
from
like,
the abandoned Justice League Mortal movie that I thought were really cool picks, like especially the guy they had to pick Superman. I can't remember his name offhand.
There you go, Mitch. Here's your pixie lung.
He was one of the co-leads in the From Dusk Till Dawn series, and he also is one of the kids in their like souped up God versions in Shazam. But he was JA or JC something, but he was going to be Superman in George Miller's Justice League Mortal, and I would have loved to see him because he's got such a Superman look to him. And he's not a half bad actor. If you guys ever get the chance to watch the From Dusk Till Dawn TV series that was on El Rey Network, it's really good. It expands upon the movies. It goes through the first movie in the first season, fleshes it out in a really wonderful way. It's a very fun vamp show where the vamps are actually kind of dangerous. Again, which is nice. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is inspired. I would see Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. That'd be great. I could also see him do Hal though too.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion's an underrated actor. Can we just get that out there? Like that guy can do a lot. Although now that he was already was that part of the he was in Suicide Squad, but is he
Arm
now
Farloff boy?
Is that part of the new going forward? I don't know.
I believe it is.
Is it? They should. Yeah. I like that. That second one was so fun.
But I don't know. I guess because technically the Justice League does show up at the end of that, and that league is going away.
Yeah.
They showed up in Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I liked that. That was a fun little cameo at the end. Although Peacemaker's sticking around, I think. We're getting a season 2 of that.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah, because I
Yeah.
think we've got to do, because James Gunn's doing Superman. I think he's going to handle that personally. And
Yep.
I don't know what else they have set up outside of Blue Beetle, which I hear that's really fun actually.
I've heard it's good. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm also just slightly. I know everyone's been talking about it for years, but I'm starting to actually feel like the superhero fatigue a little bit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like I love all these properties and I love these characters, but it's also like it's like we've been at the buffet all night, and it's like I don't know if I can keep going up to the bar right now. I need to sit back and digest, you know.
Yeah, it's just too much. And yeah, it's so much of the same.
So much of the same. And then like the one thing I'm really starting to notice with Marvel movies, especially with the latest Flash, is like CG is really starting
Yep.
to suffer by them pushing these houses all the time and making them like lowball each other for like we'll do this job for, you know, like it's just
Yeah.
wow. I enjoyed the Flash movie. I'll put that out there, but oh wow, is that CG in that movie like whoa. An older actor be Jon Stewart. Ooh, I think he's everyone's go-to if you're gonna probably pick an older Jon Stewart, but make that Idris Elba in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
I think Idris Elba could basically play anything.
Hmm.
I would be like, oh hey,
Yeah, no, I'd see him in anything, man.
this has got Idris Elba in it. I'm down to watch this.
And definitely, yeah. There's so many more non-superhero comic adaptations that they could do that I think would be just as big of hits if they did it right as like these superhero movies. But I feel once Hollywood gets on a trend, they just ride it to death until, yeah. So,
It's because they have no more originality left.
oh yeah, yeah,
They're just they don't make movies and they just regurgitate properties.
yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah, it's always properties. It's what's the new IP. What's what
That's
can we turn a
the
franchise
safe
into?
thing for the stockholders.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Mitch. I do like that a lot.
Ooh.
You can do something very much like almost in the vein of like a 20s Cthulhu mystery type of situation with the Eclipso Diamond. I think there's a lot of interesting stories to be told. Like I'll use an example. Matthew was gracious enough to lend me the 3 Midnighter trades.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Midnighter, a character I don't really have much of a positive opinion of. I'm kind of like,
Sure.
oh, Midnighter, that's a character that is like, I'm Batman, but I kill people.
Sure.
Also, I want to tell you about what my superpower is every single time I'm on screen, which became kind of a joke in that, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
That book to me felt like let's run a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I very, very, very much liked that.
I love how he loved Multiplex as a villain, because he's like, oh, you're just infinite guys for me to beat the shit out of.
Yeah.
You're one guy, but you turn into infinite guys, and I can just punch all day, and that's the best thing in the world.
Now, the one thing I did not like is the fact that none of his threats felt credible at all, because it was kind of like, oh, he's just going to murder this guy. Like there's nothing in here that makes me feel like they're, even with Prometheus, who I'm like, Prometheus should be a fucking threat to anybody.
Yeah.
But they even made him like, I mean, the lead up was great. I loved the lead up to all of that.
Sure.
That I felt was inspired. You know, the whole like he gets into his personal life, gets his collection, how they're sleeping together, and then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm
Prometheus.
Yeah, fuck off. But the fact that the fight was like a page.
Well, yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that would have been. Yeah, I mean they could have done more there.
So it doesn't feel like anyone is an actual credible threat. That's why I very much enjoyed like Morrison's take on them in Superman in the Authority, where Midnighter and Apollo are having a conversation where they think no one can hear them. And he asks Apollo, do you think you could take him? And he's like, take who? And he's like, Superman. And he's like, no. Not. What are you talking about? He's like, well, he's not as powerful as he used to be. That's why he's getting us all together. Do you think you could take him? And he's like, no. It's Superman. And Midnighter's like, well, I could take Batman. And from the other room, Superman goes, no, you couldn't. Even with his limited powers, he could still, his super hearing, he could still hear the whole conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And then later on in that, Midnighter and Batman run into each other, and Batman basically is like, don't even think about it. Superman's like, yeah, you shouldn't think about it. He will end you. He is literally the most dangerous human being on the planet. Like, I love that. Like, I think there should be a pecking order. I like the idea of Midnighter, like, fucking up, like, low to mid-level villains.
Yeah.
Like, Multiplex. But I think when it comes to Prometheus, that should have been, at the very least, Prometheus, which he did escape. I would have liked the idea of basically like, hey, we're not done. I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. I enjoy Morrison's take on Superman Blue and Red. So, but I did I was reading a thing about how people, there's your biblical age.
Yeah.
That's how it's laziness and incompetence in writing why we can't have relationships anymore in comic books beyond like Reed and Sue. And most of the time Clark and Lois. And I was like, well, Midnighter and Apollo.
Yeah.
Would be on that list. They're absolutely perfect together.
They're a great couple.
It's one of my favorite couples in comic books, period.
And they do it in such a natural way that's not like drawing attention to like, see, look what we're doing. It's just no, they're love.
Just together.
Yeah.
I guess the thing there is more than just that they keep like falling in and out of continuity.
Yeah.
Or it's like, well, we're gonna do another, soft reboot. So maybe these Wildstorm characters exist in the DC universe. Maybe they don't.
Hell, I love Wildstorm.
I also like
decide whether they want to like
keep
using them or not.
So that's definitely a blind spot I have is the Wildstorm stuff. So that was a question too I want to ask you. Henry Bendix.
Yes.
He was the leader of Stormwatch, right?
Yeah, I mean,
he was the weatherman.
He was the weatherman, yes.
So when did he go batshit crazy?
That was all in Ellis's. I mean, he always kind of had been, but
was he always like that much of like a hard line?
Yeah, I think they took it to its logical conclusion, but I believe from the beginning, and I mean that early Stormwatch stuff was just 90s superhero comics. So
yeah, it was just punch 'em ups.
It didn't really grab me or anything. I haven't delved into it, but it was definitely Ellis who like made him like, oh, he's a bigger villain than anybody they ever fight.
So, like, what was the story with that? Like, because I was very intrigued by like the gardener, and like because that stuff I was unfamiliar with completely.
Yeah, I'd have to go back at it. It's been so long since I've read most of that stuff.
I didn't know if you were just like, oh, this is what it is.
No. It's. I mean, I've read the entire. I mean, I haven't read The Authority in a long ass time.
Yeah, my Authority was mainly when Morrison was on the book.
And then I definitely read the Ellis Stormwatch stuff, but yeah, it's just been so long since I've gone at it.
Because I really like the idea of Bendix as a villain and possibly someone to use in like the Possibles.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that whole like where we have a catalog of super powered weaponry that we've been holding on to that we basically will unleash at any point we so choose. I'm going to create a controllable, super soldier made with Kryptonian DNA. I loved that idea.
Yeah.
This boot grabber is kind of cool. So yeah, I kind of put him on the possibles list because I was like, oh, this is like an interesting villain that I don't know that much about.
Let's hear it, Mitch.
Yes, Mitch, of course. We're kind of just fiddling through things today. I do like carbuncles a lot as well, but I don't know if I like them as much as like the I can't remember the other Fey cats that their names are escaping me. Oh, this is like both my nightmare and both like something I'd be all about. A swarm of tiny cats. Yeah, possibles is something we're adding to and taking from Mitch. As always, please feel free to. Oh, look at this tree boy!
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I've had these books forever. I actually have the physical versions too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever spent too much time with them.
Oh, I've spent like hours poring over them, even if I'm not like gonna use them for anything. They're just the artwork in some of these cases are just so beautiful.
All right, Mitch, fire away. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of who that character is. I can't say that I know much about him. Sorry, I'm closing things.
Oh, good.
So I can find where things are. We have those up, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Okay, yeah. I'll put tentatively Dunk Thomas.
An egg from George R. R. Martin's books.
I was trying to explain Thomas Wayne Batman to my brother-in-law yesterday.
What's hard to explain about that?
He was just like, so like, what?
Oh,
I was like, yeah, it's on a world where Thomas Wayne and Martha lived. But
explain Martha in that time.
Yeah, he was just like, that's wild. And I was like, yeah, because I was trying to explain like the possibles, and I was using that as like an example from like Justice League Incarnate, like these characters from different multiverses who are like different worlds in the multiverse who are like, we're the Justice League for all of this stuff. And he was like, okay.
How's that hard to grasp? Especially now that like
if you're not a comics guy, like he is a Transformers guy. He's a Lego and Star Wars guy. But comics are like a foreign concept. Ooh. So in Dark Multiverse, did he die or did he survive? What happened? Because that's not something
I'm way like off.
That's way outside my
DC stuff.
Yeah. I think I can't remember, like the
only DC stuff I've been getting regularly has been like the World's Finest stuff, which is out of continuity, and then or retroactive continuity, I don't know, and then the Chip Zdarsky's Batman.
I think the last thing I read from DC was what is it, Dark Knight Metal?
Okay, yeah,
which I really enjoyed, but yeah.
Which one is the House? Okay, there it is, right in front of me. The House of Secrets. A modified House of Secrets. In the Bleed, where he houses Batman dead.
Well, or even if it's not even necessarily Batman in Mitch's pitch there, just survivors from broken realities.
No, I thought it was Batman. I thought he had here. He says, "I formed Batman."
So it could be they are a Batman now, but they didn't necessarily start as one.
Was it? It was the what's the story with all the Batmen from all over the place? Batman is it Batman from around the world that Morrison did, which are all old characters.
Oh, the League of what are they?
I can't remember the name of that.
The League of Heroes, I think is what it was. But yeah, that was a great arc.
Yeah, I remember him as the one that gets killed by Kane because we had used that before. I like the idea that like Duke Thomas has got his own thing going on, and could be a character who the PCs could have definitive interactions with. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, baby! So I would like Frog Boys.
Ooh, I like the way this guy is posed. It's a very
Oh yeah, I don't think that's
sensual.
Yeah, I don't know what the dude. I think that is something else. It's also a celestial, so it could be anything. But that head is terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, I like it.
It does something. It's awakened something.
It's awakened something within me.
It's awakened something within me. That's the guy. This
Shamash?
is my dude. Yes.
Isn't Shamash who the Sahagin worship?
Maybe.
I think their god was a giant shark. It might be. This might be something to do with that pantheon.
I think so.
Yeah, my thought, Mitch, was a Gotham Central in the bleed, like just a floating like building in the bleed that he has dubbed Gotham Central or something to that effect that sets in between worlds. I'll tell you who I like. I think he might be in here. He might be in this book. I don't know. This thing scares the shit out of me just because it reminds me of the doll from Trilogy of Terror.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what that was called.
The Zuni fetish doll.
Yes, the Zuni doll. Yes. Not a doll for you, Maeve. No.
I mean, it could be.
You're never gonna get a Zuni doll. You're never gonna get one. It's never gonna. No, I can't tell you about. It's from a scary movie. You'll have to watch the scary movie. You want me to open these for you?
Hi, Maeve.
Ben says hi.
But this is the new thing. Chips is on the new menu.
Oh, this is a menu. I thought these were mountains. It's a menu, and these are chips on the menu.
And these. This is an egg. This is salad sandwich. And taco.
Ooh, what a good menu.
And also, these are the new stuff.
Okay.
To eat.
Fantastic. So you're cooking dinner tonight's what you're saying?
No, today.
Oh.
Right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now, Dad. Come on.
And chips, and these are more different new food. Like, and also, there's watermelon on the menu.
Oh, that's delicious.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much.
Now you.
You go eat your chips.
And I made the restaurant.
I'll come check it out.
And also tomorrow, I made a restaurant because you and Mom and Dad you and Mom were going to eat.
Oh, we're gonna eat at your restaurant tomorrow?
Huh?
Okay, sounds great.
Mom is going to have it made off tomorrow.
Yeah, Mom has tomorrow night off. That's right. Fantastic.
And also, I want you guys to kiss. It's going to be right.
I'm not gonna kiss Mom in front of you. That's gross, Maeve.
No,
It's
my
icky.
Go
Ish.
back to my room.
Ugh.
Then
No.
when you're all done, I go come back.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Also, you and Mom, you're gonna kiss.
You're gonna kiss, and I'm gonna watch. Or I can wait in my room. And then when you're done, I'll come.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Oh, my daughter.
I don't know. So yeah, so what I was getting at, but I lost my train of thought because my brain is brain bad. Is I'm
It's one of
trying
the
to think.
mornings.
My brain's bad all the time. That's my secret, Cap. My brain's always bad. September 13th. Will that work for everyone for all out of bubblegum?
Hmm.
I love the Arboreal Grappler.
Mm.
Hi, I'm a giant monkey, but my arms are like octopus arms, except for
Yeah.
furry. That's making me terrified.
Mm.
By the way, Colin, I think Don Spikinu might be my favorite now.
You're welcome.
I fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've gotten some feedback from people that really enjoyed that. So
I sent it to a lot of people. Like I was like, you got to see this.
yeah, no, I gotta make. I'm gonna make another 2 videos, one this week and one next week, just kind of leading up for the show. So I was thinking about doing like just a pantheon of Italian stereotypes, but I might just
me.
no, like
It's a Mario.
I've got in my little I'm still like am I gonna do this like in my little cart on Amazon? I've got all these like crazy paste on mustaches and like a big floppy like chef's hat, so I can be like, hey, I got you a pizza and stuff.
You know, it's a good with the Italian movie, a pizza. A pizza pie.
A piece of pie.
Don't be a spicy meatball.
Here's a your troller too.
I'm regretting the fact I let you choose that.
I am not enjoying rewatching any of these movies without a group of people to make fun of these with. They are awful. Like,
what are you doing next Saturday after the walk?
Nothing.
Maybe you hang out, because I don't even know where those movies are accessible.
Well, I've got Troll 2 on DVD, so I lucked out there.
I'm so sorry. Because I mean, the Bloody Muscle. I can't fucking talk.
That was on Tubi.
Bodybuilder in Hell. That's on Tubi. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
It is.
I think.
Oh yeah, I didn't follow it close enough, but I don't know what's all on there. But I guess Hennepin County Library is has got Canopy now, which is a free streaming service, and you can access it with your library card.
No way.
Yeah, so they've got all kinds of. They've got a lot of like kid stuff on there, but they've got like 4 movies and newer movies and stuff. So I was looking into it a little bit yesterday, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna have to look into signing up for that.
Heck yeah,
that's interesting.
I'm down with that.
And yeah, totally free. It's like 10 things a month you can like check out.
Oh. Yes, always check your local libraries. Are one of the best resources in the entire world for anything. Always support your local library. Always. Big proponent of libraries.
So you guys would be okay then
for Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday the 13th.
Yeah, I think so. Even if
Matt,
would you say now? Wednesday the what now?
The 13th.
What time?
7.
7.
I could probably
till no later than 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think that should work.
Here's my favorite boy.
Whoa, that looks like Wingnut, but on
Camazotz. Demon Lord of Bats and Fire. Look at his smile. He's like, I'm a smiling guy.
he's in a good mood.
He's like, man, being a Demon Lord, it's super sweet.
Hey.
Also kind of like this dude too.
He's not having a good time.
No,
I'm on fire.
He's an angry man. I also would say, if you haven't looked at it, the guys who do Doomed Forgotten Realms just put out another book. And Doomed Forgotten Realms is basically like, hey, all those adventures that Wizards put out that involve the Forgotten Realms, all those big hardback adventures you've got in 5th edition so far. What have the villains won every single time?
That's cool.
So and a lot of these things were just Vecna pulling the strings. So Vecna, the whole like Tomb of Annihilation, that Atropal, that wasn't a dead god. That was Acererak bringing Vecna back to the prime material plane. So now Vecna rules the entirety of Toril, of the Forgotten Realms. The newest book is Doomed Underdark and deals with the fallout of what was the book that took place all in the Underdark where the Demon Lords got summoned? I can't remember now, but it's like falls like what happened after that.
I'm super.
Was it 13? All out of bubblegum.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the Abyss. Out of the Abyss.
Oh yeah, I got that.
And that the Baldur's Gate Avernus adventure was less to do with that city being sacrificed into hell and more of Zariel pulling it into hell to make Baldur's Gate a beachhead in the Blood War, since the Demon Lords were now trapped on the prime material plane, and that they couldn't get back because Lolth spread the Demon Web pits into their realms. So if they came back and rather than just rematerializing in the abyss, they would die. So the Demon Lords are stuck on the prime material plane and they're offing each other. Like Yingao does kill Baphomet. And then Demogorgon does kill Orcus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Orcus is a cool design. I always like that.
I love Demogorgon too. I love
Demogorgon,
the giant two-headed baboon.
With
The two heads talk to each other, and the tentacle arms. And I like the 4th edition version where it was very colorful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mandrill, not a baboon. Mandrills.
Yeah. The blue on the.
So yeah, the Doomed Forgotten Realms stuff is very interesting, especially if you are someone who knows a lot about the Forgotten Realms. Look at that guy. I just want to rub his belly. Oh, hey guy.
Mammon.
I'm a Moloch boy though. I love Moloch. Anyway.
Gilded Devils are cool.
Yeah. So I think I'll put out a call for that for Wednesday, but I also want to get my other stuff started going very, very soon.
Deej? Shaggy? Is that the Deej that I created that Beard is still using? Please tell me that's true, because I based that character on DJ Tanner from
Run. Oh my god, I don't know.
God, that's the same Deej. Oh my god, yeah, I created it for Beard's game once, and like he's like, Can I take that character and use it? I'm like, go ahead.
Salami only run in Baldur's Gate. That's a thing. You learn something new. The internet is a fucked up place.
Yep.
In the most beautiful way possible. So I'm going to fiddle out. I'm going to figure out a schedule for Mondays.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Star Wars, Take Me Home, Old Fay Road, Chaos Star, and then Down Outlands when it comes back. And I think those go 4 weeks, then have a week off, and then 4 weeks, week off. But all those games will be like, except for Down Outlands, will be like Chaos Scar is, where it's like, hey, if you want to play, you sign up, and I've got max 5 slots.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. And then other stuff will most likely be one shots or possibly just not until Extra Life. But I do want to do All Out of Bubblegum, and that will be something that, like I said, apparently will be on the 13th. Matt, did you say whether or not that would work for you?
Well, that should be fine. I'll double check all my stuff, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
And then
I think that should work because like pretty sure Tony's got that Wednesday coming off for this first month back for school for the kids. So I think those should be working.
I try to, yeah. And if it won't, we can push it back a little bit.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Is that-
But yeah, like tentatively totally in for it. Yeah. Oh no, Mitch. I mean,
kudos though, Mitch, that that stuff is going well. I mean, you're always going to be missed, but there's always also other things that we do that hopefully we'll see you on some of that. So, which brings me to my next thing, Ming on Ming. When do you want to start it? Ming on Ming.
Whenever. I've got this huge pile of Lego over here, and then this other pile to my right that's ready to go. So whenever.
Well, I think we're going to be like low key doing it with no like intro or music or anything.
Oh, all good.
Because I haven't made anything because I'm in a little bit of a creative funk when it comes to that stuff right now. So the plan would be Tuesdays. I think I'd like to start just doing like 1 to 2 Tuesdays a month.
Yeah.
For like what time works best for you to start?
I'm super duper flexible, man. So like anytime really. If you want to do 7's work.
Well, I don't want to get into 7 because I don't remember what time Dave starts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My goal is to like not.
Dave starts at 8. So
you start at 8.
Okay.
Do you want to go 7 to 8?
That's good for me. Yeah.
That works for you.
Yeah, totally.
And Matt, you're always welcome, but I know you have a certain level of tolerance. You can take what you can take, and you can't take no more. So I think that will just. I thought about like an intro that's just like 30 seconds. It's just that 8-bit girls on film, and then there's just a fart noise, and it's like that's the intro. But like I was like, even that's too much for me right now. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll start that.
One sec, bud.
Start Ming on Ming right now. Change the background and let's roll. Do you want to start this Tuesday? Just want to do it this Tuesday? Yes, I thought to. What?
Yeah,
you said yes?
Totally. Sorry, I got my kid.
No, I'm giving you shit. Do you want to start this Tuesday or do you want to start?
Yeah, no, I'm ready to roll this Tuesday. I'll put it up to the chat right now. What I'm going to be doing Lego. Do we want me to do Marvel Lego or Star Wars Lego? Star Wars.
No, I'm just saying the Star Wars. And then
Star Wars.
I am probably just be painting miniatures right now. I might do some Moddy boys, but I don't know yet. It depends.
Yeah.
I just need to like do something
for sure.
Because my pile of shame never shrinks, and
I ended up
do better.
Off many miniatures, man.
I do better when I do stuff like this. It's just because it like makes me do stuff. So I figure we go for like an hour, maybe kind of like we're the pre-show for Dave's big show.
For sure.
We're the unofficial opener. We're the curtain jerker for the main event. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll do that Tuesday.
Working. Bring out this big boy. Been meaning to do him for like a year.
Holy shit, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, I've also got buried under a bunch of boxes. I've got the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set. I'd love to pop that out on here because I feel like that's a momentous thing. But
yeah, you can totally pop your Rivendell whenever you want, man.
Oh,
you can Rivendell all over.
I'm gonna
Dale that Riven, baby. So I guess
Elrond all over it.
maybe I will get off my.
The mechs are very cool.
And make like some type of calendar thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man.
I kind of also feel like I should figure out how to use Discord to utilize some of that stuff, but that just requires like So I think I mentioned this on Friday, and I'll mention it now. And I don't ever want to I never want anybody to take this as like a shot or like me bitching or moaning about other people. But was not a qualifying statement there. Don't do that either. What I realized is like, so I started doing like streaming stuff at the behest of others. People were like, hey, you should do this. And I was like, maybe, I guess. And then I started doing it, and I do really enjoy it. What I don't enjoy doing and what I'm real bad at is like the social media portions of it. And, you know, not to denigrate your opinion earlier, Matt, I'm also real bad at like the stuff that makes people go, oh, that's stand out, like music and video work and all that. It's not like in my wheelhouse. I'm not good at it.
I wouldn't say you're not good at it, but if you don't have a passion for it or a drive, then you know, if it's a distraction from,
I think it's more like
excited about it.
We've talked about before. Once I start doing it and it's not exactly what I want, then I get fixated on it, and then I can't like just let it go. And because folks who I used to do a lot of stuff with, I don't do that stuff with them anymore. I don't have a person who's just like, oh, I'll finish it. If you get it started,
yeah,
I'll knock it. Yeah, that should be a shirt. Yeah. So I end up just like dropping it, or I just get so frustrated. Hey, that's a great passion. I wish I had that kind of passion. I end up just kind of dropping the ball on it, or it's not, you know, it's not what I want it to be. So then I just get frustrated. And then I become less productive. So, hence the reason some stuff may not have a lot of flash to it.
Do what you want to do.
But I mean, I can only make so much faux shitty John Carpenter and have you guys tolerate it. And I certainly can't make any video. My video shit, as you guys have all seen, is real bad. So yeah, so I guess Tuesday it will be Meng on Meng. And then yeah, I guess like I'll try to figure out somewhere we can put a calendar up. I'll have to talk to James about like Discord. I don't get it.
Like I
don't understand it.
The young old man in me, I'm only 38, but I feel ancient when I'm like, Discord, what? Huh? No.
Yeah, like I'll join certain communities like Patreon or whatever, and there'll be a Discord. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I try to navigate it. I have no fucking idea what's going on.
It's easy to get like bogged down, lost, whatever.
Like even like there's a known world Discord.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, there is a known world United Discord. No joke. I do not have a good handle on like the channels or anything. There's like Zach. I love you, Zach, but Zach has a fucking channel. I do all this other stuff, and I don't have a channel, and I certainly don't have a channel for all the shit I do. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, sure, I guess. There's a Heel Turn Radio Discord.
Well, yeah,
it might as well be, you know, dead, because who even knows who those assholes are anymore? They'd be dead. But I don't know like how to add channels, because if I did, I would add channels to it. I mean, because I don't even think I have the ability. Yeah, the authority. So I guess if you're on or want to be on our Discord, let me know and I can add you. I guess. I don't know. Hey, Draz! I would love that, because I don't know fucking jack all about this. Yeah,
Well-
and that's why Mitch. Okay, that's why I like it, Mitch, because it's the idea of like, oh, it's a message board and chat room. That's
Sort
super
of,
cool and that's really appealing.
but
Um,
I wish it
so
had.
also, could I put a calendar there?
I wish it had the
Yes,
here's,
Super
here's the
Spike.
heading, and then the
Lame.
chat for that topic is happening underneath it, rather than just here's this constant stream of stuff. But
Yeah, I'm just not good at it. And
it's really easy for stuff for you to just miss shit.
and also like I want to be able to. I've mentioned this numerous times, and Draz, you're a good person for me to reach out to this. Draz has a big community on Discord. I mean, it's relatively. Draz, I think it's just built around the fact that you have a lot of friends and you do a lot of cool stuff. But like, there's a lot of really great people in your Discord community who are always looking for games, who are always looking, to play and stuff, possibly to run stuff. And like I was trying to explain StreamYard to somebody the other day, and I was like, and I pay a bunch of money every single month to have this. And I paid it because I wanted to have a spot for all of us to use. And currently it's like I'm using it. That's cool. I guess. Which, yeah, I mean, that's super smart. I would love to leave the hellscape that is Facebook as well at some point. But I just need to figure out how to utilize it a little bit better. And I need to, like I said, I need a place where I can put a calendar out. Be like, hey, these Mondays are going to be these rotating games where our rotating cast games where anybody can jump in. Tuesdays we're going to do our dumb Ming on Ming painting figs and doing Legos and just talking about dumb shit. Maybe Maeve will come on and tell me that her brother has a stinky butt.
That happens.
It has happened. We've seen this happen.
Yeah.
And then we got Spoopy Boys twice a month. We got long form and short form of Spoopy Boys. We got all the stuff that we want to be able to do. Yeah. And we want to like. That's exactly. I would still want to do Spoopy Boys watch along.
Yeah, we thought about doing the
tried
burning.
to get it set up, but because of the Twitch permissions, I can't get it set up, and Beard just doesn't have time to set it up. So, yeah, I mean that's a good example. Yeah, I just gotta get it, and I wanted to keep it on like the Known World channel because that's what we use for fundraising, and that's what we use as like a group. And although there's a lot of really cool people on it, there's a lot of people who are like, I want to do all this stuff, and then they just don't. I would hope that maybe like there's a lot of people who are doing this. So like Zach and Christy do a board game night every Monday night and they announce it on Discord. But that's great. Like I don't know enough about Discord to do that. So I am bad at lots of stuff. Bad at games still going on. I mean, Draz and Shannon were kind enough. They both jumped in and took over a couple weeks ago and did Phasmophobia for the night, which was fantastic. So I could not do bad at games. But there's other people who have talked about wanting to do stuff on there, and I'd like them to be able to do it. But yeah, I don't know. Anywho, not venting, not complaining, just me being bad at being digitally organized. I think for a while we were going to do more Minecraft stuff. I think some of you guys were on Beard's thing. That Draz, whatever works best for you. You're the one who's donating time. I can always make time. You let me know. But like we could just have. I have a Realm subscription that I don't really use as much as I should. I would love to be able to have folks on there to fill that Realms up, and then they could just do stuff. I think that's a cool thing too, and we could just have that on here as well. But yeah, anyway, that's just me. Like,
Yeah.
The Beard's his realm thing.
Just never enough time,
Yeah, I mean, and I know at one point, Mitch, when your time had more space in it, you talked about doing something or other, and but again, time is hard to organize. But I want to make sure that both people here and then people outside here know that that we're always trying to make sure we give people space to do neat stuff. Anyway, Matthew, where you be at? Where can people find you?
I'm
Who
here.
you be with?
I'm here most Sundays. I'm doing the chop and shop with Dave Tuesdays, and that's pretty much where you can find me at the moment. Yeah.
Where can people find more Cord and the Fawn?
Well, they're not Cord and the Fawn anymore.
What?
Cord and the Fawn is done.
What's the new name?
The new thing is the Cat People, and so far
is that named after cat people? And if so, which version of Cat People?
Sort of, but not necessarily specifically. There's really not much social media for it yet, but as that develops, I will definitely spread the word, because this was just her first crack at it. She wasn't even necessarily planning anything, but her brother was like, "Oh yeah, my band has a show coming up, so if you want to do a set, there's a spot." And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll just come up with something."
I'll just throw together some things to do live in front of people, because
I mean, that's what she did. That was
that's so cool.
So yeah, she put that together, and so she wasn't sure necessarily if she was going to do this an ongoing thing or not. And that's still kind of up in the air, but that is the plan. And she had a good time. So yeah, as things develop, I will definitely pass that around.
So Mitch, even that, I look at that and I'm just like, what?
Mm-mm.
Always.
Fuck Ric Flair.
Always.
Fuck Shaggy.
Yeah.
Colin, where can people find you?
Here. This be the place to find me. Spoopy Boys, Mang on Mang, whatever else we get going soon. Yeah, man. Staking my claim here, and I hope to be around for a long time.
I don't know why you wouldn't be, unless you say something really, really racist.
No, I stopped doing that a long time ago. I had an edgy period in my teen years. Way past that. We're getting better. We're working on it.
We're working on it. We're always a work in progress, and we should be.
That's true. That is true. That's an important thing to always keep in mind. Yeah. We always have the propensity to change and grow and be better people. Yeah, except if you're Ric Flair.
Fuck Ric Flair. He's had his chance to be better. He's just gotten more.
That's so loud. My kids next to him, they're going to be like,
oh, that's great.
No. You didn't hear anything? You guys are good. I took my own hole with that one.
Yeah, my God, that's great. Yeah, I guess Tuesday night for Mang on Mang.
Yeah.
And then next Friday for Bad at Games. Kind of a quiet week again. And then next Sunday for this. I don't know when we'll be having that long Saturday game for Down Outlands. But yeah, no, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I'm staying inside where it's
yeah, no, it's not going outside tomorrow. That's cool. Gonna do a little bit of that today, but I'm not excited.
Nope. I did that. I was outside all day yesterday, and then at one point I got a real bad headache, and I was like, "Hey, can I go lay down in your camper?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I went and laid down. And they didn't turn the air conditioning on. And my father-in-law came in afterwards because I had a seizure, and he was like, "You look terrible." I was like, "I do." And he was like, "Yeah, it's like 90 degrees in here." I was like,
Yeah.
"Is it?" He's like, "You're just sweating." And I was like, I'm really sorry. And he's like, "No, it's fine." Yesterday sucked. I got bit by a dog, had a seizure. I was just hot and uncomfortable all day.
Yeah, no, I woke up like from a nap to that, like, well, just got bit by a dog. I was like, oh, what? Oh, no. Okay.
Could have been way worse. But
Well, yeah, but it's still not a good thing.
I feel bad for the dog more than anything. So I was scared enough to do that. Anyway, so yeah,
I thought it was like when that snake bit Randy Savage and he was fine, but the snake died.
Yeah. The lightning and thunder coursing through my veins. Yeah.
Yeah, the
no.
dog bit you, and now it's dead because it couldn't handle the bend.
We definitely got a lot of it. Got a good amount of blood out of me, even though it was like pretty superficial because I had blood like everywhere. That's why I was like, "Hey, man, I'm lucky I got fast hands because otherwise we would have been in an emergency room." That would have been the shits, especially all the way up in the Malacca area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you'll be able to find us in those places. If people want to help out or have ideas, let me know. Reach out to us. We're okay people.
Mm-hmm.
We do okay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for being humans. I don't know. Anyway, just do something fun with your Sunday. Stay cool, man.
Yeah.
Just stay cool. Stay golden, pony.